Big Mama's putting it on with the grinding. Me and Mr. Chris, we are going to put the lowboy, the yard sale trailer. We're gonna finally, its number has finally came up. It's been waiting almost 2 years. Talk about a dead financial investment. Nobody ever claimed I was ain't too daggone smart. But talk about a dead financial investment. That R1. So we're gonna try, oh yeah, fasten my safety belt. This loader's scared to death of me. Well, somebody shut the hydraulics off. Whoever gets in these things, I tell you what. Crazy. People are crazy. Poor old Blackie sitting there. Look at poor old Blackie. I tell you what. My poor old truck. Oh, yeah. He thinks I'm loco. I think he's freaking loco. They all think I'm loco, and I think they're freaking loco. Well, I don't know what that rattling is, but it's getting old quick. It needs some rubber doodads on it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna latch on the back of this thing, and Chris is gonna latch on the front of it, and we're going right through the garage. We'll see how this works. Okay. Y'all still hanging in there? You hanging in there, Dick Betty? Oh, we're gonna pick her up or get better. We're gonna pack her on down there and get better. Hang on to her now. Woo! Oh, somebody needs to go cautiously. Okay, caution. Caution is my middle name. If there's one thing I know, and that's caution. Oh, Chris, I don't know what you got going on over here, buddy. I'm just following his lead. I ain't gonna radio on this thing yet. It's going okay. I like it. Yeah, you see? Yeah, we got this trailer, you see? We're gonna get her in the shopper, you see? Oh, I can't wait to get this done. Boy, it's gonna be a good project to finally get done. I'll tell you, these past couple years, I've been a busy bee. I ain't had much time to do these projects like this. It's nice to see us get some of the repairs done so we can start getting some of these projects out of here. Wait till you see the new rims for it. We got brand new rims for it. They're all shiny. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff we have to use, Rick and Ball, so you can have all the new tools. Yeah, it's already broke in. I feel bad I've been missing out on this. We got the trailer in, and Matt started tearing into it. He's pulled all the electrical out, he's pulled all the plumbing out, utilities, and all the utilities stacked up back here. He's pulled all the tires off. All the tires are off and ready for fabrication. And now he's cutting it loose. And he's went down here, cutting all his beams loose down through here. And he's cutting him a relief over there. And then when he cuts it, we gotta cut these sides off. So what's going on? We gotta cut these sides off. And then we're gonna leave the middle intact. We'll get everything where it's hooked up, plumbed, and ready to go and all that stuff. And then we'll take it over to Ruxer's. And they'll end up putting it on their frame rack and straightening it all out. So that's where we're at. I wanted to do a quick update and catch you all up on that. He's been doing one hell of a job. Good man. I'll try to record some of this when Matt pops it loose. Is that your last cut? Oh, there it went. There it went. So what we decided is we're putting a relief in it, because we figure this thing's gonna be like a rubber band when we cut the last piece loose. So he's putting a relief there, and he's gonna put him a relief over here. So when he does the final cut on it, it won't fly out there and hit him. Which we got talking earlier about making sure to cut it right where you don't get your torch stuck. You know what? I told him about how we gotta cut it just right so we don't get the torch stuck. That's right. So I'd have to get another torch and then try to cut him out. Be one of them Facebook posts where you got like 3 torches stuck in the same damn beam. That's it.
Yeah, right there in that bin.
That'll be good.
I just want to come on here and tell you guys, man, it's hard for me not to get
sentimental stuff like this. We got all kinds of equipment, toys, the tools, whatever you want to call it. But that ain't nothing, man. What these guys do. Matt just jumped in there. He's like, "What do you want done, buddy? I need something to do." You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh my God, we got this to do. You want to do it?"
He'll come free when you whack him.
Yeah.
God, look at the twist. All right. Making that hammer, I better fall now. Right. Yep. Here goes nothing. Well, almost went. Yep. He'll come loose with the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's me changing. You got to know. Then the other thing you got to worry about something to ground. Yeah. Knock the camera off. You get it? Yeah. Okay, I want to share with you guys. As we cut the things off, the arch come back. Now it's still twisted over. You can see the tweak, but the arch come back in these middle beams. And I was like, holy cow. And you can see this top beam where the top flange is laid over. Look down through there. Y'all see that? Now, the arch is there. The height is the same as the other one. They're arched together, so the beam ain't damaged. What I'm convinced is holding that over there is these center pieces. Now, if I cut them loose and that beam flexes straight, I just got very lucky. Now, I'm not gonna say that's... I bought this trailer on optimism, not intelligence. So if this happens and that thing can straighten up, I got very lucky. So I'm gonna cut them out. Of course, the Ruptures told me to leave the center in. They wanted me to leave these in here. So when they take it to the frame rack, they can push, pull, and pry, and yank and push and pull and pry around on it. But I'm sitting there thinking, if the arch popped back, like it clearly did, see the arch down through there? If the arch popped back like it did, I'm telling you what, I bet if I cut them center beams out, I bet the daggone twist flops back out of it. Or if it gets close to flopping back out of it, as long as the arch is there, I can manipulate it up straight and put the daggone thing back together. If that's the case, man, we just got really, really, really lucky. Well, let me get after it.
So Matt's moved on to other things right now, and he left me to finish the center up on this thing. What I was narrating earlier, man, what I want to say is I'm so proud to get to be on a team full with these good men doing this type of stuff. It ain't about the tools is nice, and to get to operate this equipment and do stuff after we build on it, that's nice. But what really matters is the camaraderie and the team you get to do it with. And I was wanting to tell y'all when I was a kid, and then those of you that's young, anybody that's young's watching it, I don't know very many people young watch this, but if anybody that's young's watching this or something, you know, man, as I grew up, I was obsessed in getting to be a part of this camaraderie of men and women, or this. Always call it the brotherhood, but it's really a sisterhood too. The girls is involved too, but it's men and women doing a job that's bigger than them. To get to be a part of a team, you know, it's just, to me, it's just, man, it gets me going. It gets me out of bed. It gets me there. It pushes me through the times that I'm trying to drag bottom. You know what I mean? It's amazing. And I hope that all of you out there watching this gets to do a job like that, to where you feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. There's no other feeling that's better in life, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I thought I'd do a quick wrap up to. I thought I would do a quick wrap up of today. So I got done. Well, I feel like getting done today. I got other stuff to do, and it's Saturday, and I'm gonna chill out and have a little drink and do some man cave stuff and chill out. This got cut out. It's not cleaned up yet. This is all cut out. The web needs thumped back in with the sledgehammer down through there a few places. The beams didn't turn out like I wanted them to. They're still a little bit wally-cocked. They're gonna have to be, Ruxers are gonna have to pry around on them. That's just all there is to it. But I'm hoping this helps them to where they can take it one beam at a time and do it. Because it was so bad, I didn't want to. They'd actually said, send it to us with the center in it, and it was so horrible. I wanted to get all the bad stuff off of it. And then, you know, they could do one beam at a time and get the beams where the beams stand alone the way they're supposed to be. And then when we get it back in, we build it back where there's no manipulation. I don't want to pull the thing straight, you know, and then have it be under stress. You know what I mean? I want it to be relaxed straight. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it makes sense in my head. Now, you're supposed to pick your battles, and I know this looks horrible, and I'll do a little bit more cosmetics work to it, and then I'll paint it when it's done. It won't look near as bad. But you got to pick your battles. And I'm like, this is cosmetic. I got a busy job list. That's all I'm gonna do. That stuff was rolled up like a crushed beer can. This thing was folded on top of each other and then stood up like this. I'll finish welding it up. I'll grind some high spots down and fill some more weld and low spots. And these lines down here, I'll work on this bottom line a little bit to make it look not so hideous. And then the little side flanges, I'll get all of them replaced, new, and get them welded in. They'll look decent. You get them painted, you won't be able to hardly tell down there, but up here it'll still look hideous. And I asked the boss lady, I said, Mama, if I tie into this, it's gonna take a lot of time. I already put a decent amount of time in it. I said it's gonna take a lot of time, and it'll look better, but it ain't gonna look great unless I pull this, you know, cut a section of fender off and bought a new section of fender from Talbert and put on it. And I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money on it to do that. If I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna spend money up there where it counts. So if it goes to bugging me a few years from now, I'll deal with it. But she said it's a low boy. She said it don't have to look perfect. And I'm like, well, that makes good. You know, in this business, you got to pick your. You want your fleet to look good, but at some point you got to make a decision based on reality. You know, do you want your fleet to look good and skip out on a bunch of opportunity to do that, you know, or just tear into, you know, Dan would be like, fix it. You know what I mean? Dan doesn't tell you what Dan will tell me. Take it apart and fix it. And I don't know, I might investigate it some, but I don't know. I think I could take a heavy sledgehammer to it with a fresh morning with a fresh back and just go to town on it and maybe do a little bit better. But as horrible as it was when it started, it's hard to believe it finished up that decent. But I mean, there's other dings and dents in it. I mean, I ain't gonna get it perfect anyways. And I can strengthen up a little bit underneath and then make it, you know, to where it's stronger. It'd actually be stronger than factory. It just looked like the running gears of Hades. Main thing I want right is this. I don't want to spare a dime here. I want this all right. We back up and hook to it. I want it to be perfect, like a new trailer. So, well, let me get my butt in the gear. And I gotta do some stuff up here. This here got tweaked out, and this got shoved, got pulled out. You can see this tweak here. It got the pin back here. It pulled this out a little bit, and that's all made out of thinner stuff down in there. So I think what I'll do is let them straighten around on it, hew around and jack around on it. When I get it back, I'll cut it all loose and then reposition it where it should go and weld it all back, so it's perfectly aligned to where I feel good about it. Even if I got to cut that beam out, slide that beam back and weld it up and gusset it or fish plate it, you know, that type of thing. But for now, this actual, what's happening is this ear over here is actually drooped a little bit. It's probably kinked a 1/4 inch over here. And I'll let Ruxers pry around on it and see what they come up with. It might come back at it'll be pushed back into place, and all I gotta do is just, you know, cut this weld and maybe that weld or whatever and shove it back, you know, cut a few welds and shove it back, you know. We'll see. The underneath ain't welded, but here in that beam, there's nothing underneath. There's just a little flange. There's a little flange underneath here. It's just a little bit of gouging and it'll all be loose, slide it back, weld it back, be done with it. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm gonna kick that can down the road and come back to it when it's time.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. Sorry I didn't soup this video up as good as I normally like to. Life has been nuts. In the next video, we'll be getting a tongue in and trying to get it on. I'll be working on the suspension, trying to get this thing road ready. A bunch of them's out and about doing their thing, so I'm kind of working on my own here after Robin helps me get the tongue on. And trying to get this thing ready to get down the road and take it to Ruxers. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure to leave me likes, comments, and all that good stuff. And loggerwade.com for any loggerwade gear. And don't forget to smile. Later on, guys.